Question 61. You need to cross several freeway lanes to take next exit on the right. What should you do? A. Slow down and wait until all lanes are clear. B. Quickly cross all lanes at once. C. Cross lanes one at a time. C. Cross lanes one at a time. If you need to cross several freeway lanes, cross them one at a time. If you wait until all the lanes are clear, you may cause traffic delays or a collision. Question 62. If your vehicle starts to skid or hydroplane, you should A. Slow down gradually. B. Step firmly on the brake. C. Try to steer off the road. A. Slow down gradually. Slow down when there is a lot of water on the road. In a heavy rain at speeds of 50 miles per hour or more, your tires can lose all contact with the road and then your vehicle will be riding on water or hydroplaning. A slight change of direction or a gust of wind could throw your vehicle into a skid. If your vehicle starts to hydroplane, slow down gradually, do not apply the brakes. Question 63. To avoid last-minute moves, you should A. Keep as little space as possible between your car and the car ahead. B. Look down the road 10 to 15 seconds ahead of your vehicle. C. Constantly focus on the road in front of you. B. Look down the road 10 to 15 seconds ahead of your vehicle. To avoid last-minute moves, look down the road 10 to 15 seconds ahead of your vehicle so you can see hazards early. Constantly staring at the road just in front of your vehicle is dangerous. Take in the whole scene. Scanning your surroundings, keeping your eyes moving, includes keeping a safe distance around your vehicle. Question 64. If you see an accident ahead, how can you warn drivers behind you? A. Drive in the middle of the road and block several lanes. B. Slow down and stop, even if it is not necessary. C. Turn on your emergency flashers. C. Turn on your emergency flashers. If you can see a collision ahead, warn the drivers behind you by turning on your emergency flashers or tapping your brake pedal quickly 3 or 4 times. You can also use the hand signal when slowing and stopping. Never stop on the road, unless necessary for safety or to obey a law. Question 65. A child who is under the age of 8 years, may ride in the front seat. A. If using a front-facing child passenger restraint system. B. All rear seats are already occupied by children 7 years old or younger. C. The airbag on the passenger side is disabled. B. All rear seats are already occupied by children 7 years old or younger. Children under 8 years old may ride in the front seat of a vehicle in a federally approved child passenger restraint system under the following instances. There is no rear seat. The rear seats are side-facing jump seats. The rear seats are rear-facing seats. The child passenger restraint system cannot be installed properly in the rear seat. All rear seats are already occupied by children 7 years old or younger. Medical reasons require the child to not ride in the back seat. Question 66. Which car or cars are best positioned for a left turn on this one-way street? A. Any of the cars in the two left lanes, marked C and D. B. Any of the cars in the three lower lanes, marked B, C, and D. C. The car in the extreme left lane, marked D. C. The car in the extreme left lane, marked D. You should start the turn from the far left lane. Turn into any lane that is safely open. Compare illustrations in Driver Handbook. Question 67. When you see this sign, you should A. Merge left in. Drivers in the left lane should allow others to merge smoothly. B. Drive to the side of the road and stop. C. Slow down and be ready to stop at the stop sign ahead. C. Slow down and be ready to stop at the stop sign ahead. Stop sign ahead. When you come to this sign, you should slow down and be ready to stop at the stop sign ahead. Question 68. You may pass a school bus from the front or rear on an undivided roadway. A. When the red lamps on the school bus are not flashing. B. At any time if you slow down to 15 miles per hour or less. C. In no situation. A. When the red lamps on the school bus are not flashing. When the bus flashes red lights, located at the top, front and back of the bus, you must stop from either direction until the children are safely across the street and the lights stop flashing. The law requires you remain stopped if the red lights are flashing. Drivers on the other side of a divided highway are not required to stop. Question 69. When there is an oncoming car to your left and a child on a bicycle to your right on a two-way road, you should A. Slow down and let the car pass before you change lanes. B. Honk your horn to make the other car slow down, and then pass. C. Reduce speed and drive between the car and the child. A. Slow down and let the car pass before you change lanes. Instead of driving between the vehicle and the child, take one danger at a time. First, slow down and let the vehicle pass. Then, move to the left to allow plenty of room to pass the child. Question 70. During an enforcement stop by a law enforcement officer, it is wrong to A. Exit your vehicle. B. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. C. Limit your movements. A. Exit your vehicle. Never step out of your vehicle, unless an officer directs you to do so. Exiting your vehicle without first being directed by an officer can increase the risk of being struck by a passing vehicle and/or increase the officer's level of feeling threatened. This question asked what you should not do.